Hey y'all, Anne Marie, the anti-HR lady here, and I just wanted to check in with you guys because I know I haven't been on here for a bit. I've been super busy getting ready for my live masterclass, which happens on Thursday night, and I've been a little under the weather. So between those two things, I just didn't have time to do a lot of videos. But I just wanted to say hello and share some thoughts with you about the masterclass that I just did. It was a live masterclass where I taught participants how to ask human resources for an exit with cash, i.e. a negotiated separation with severance, and actually get it. And it was a really great class. It was scheduled for 2 hours. It ended up going into almost 3. And I think that the people who chose to participate had a really great experience and learned a lot. At least that's what I'm hearing from those who have sent feedback to me by email. So it was a really great experience. But one of the things I want to talk to you really quickly about, because I think it's very clear to me that as employees, especially in the United States, this is something that a lot of us still don't know or understand or are struggling with accepting. And that is that human resources does not function to protect you as an employee. It doesn't exist for that purpose. And human resources does not function to stop discrimination in the workplace. Human resources is not there to protect you, and it's not there to stop discrimination in the workplace. And I think it's important, and this is something I talked about in the masterclass, it's important to understand why human resources exist, what its function is, in order to really understand why it operates the way that it does, why it reacts the way that it does when you go to HR with complaints, especially about any type of illegal behavior, why you often will become the target as the employee. And I think it's important to understand that that is actually the role of human resources. Human resources is a primary, what I call risk management apparatus in an organization. And so while they have done a really good job of selling the idea that they're there for employees and, they're the people part of the company, but they're there to manage people as a liability, as a source of liability, to put it in one way, as a liability center in a sense. And so part of the reasons why HR as a structure and a machine and a part of the organization functions that way is they will tell you that they're there for you. They will tell you that they care about you because they want you to come to them and tell them when there are issues, because they can't manage the risk for the company if they don't know what the risk is. A company can't manage its risk if it doesn't know what its risk is and where the risk is coming from. And so one of HR's functions is to manage employee relations, which is an actual function within HR. But it's not really to protect you, but it's to protect the company and to limit its risk. So when you come to the company and you share something with the company that could expose the company to legal action because they're allowing someone to behave in a way that is illegal, they don't think about it as them helping you. They think about it as them helping the company, and that who they need to protect the company is you. And that may not be great, and it's not a good thing to know. And it's very hard to realize at a time when you are vulnerable, when you're going through something difficult at work, and the one place that everyone has told you to go for help is actually not there to help you. But I really feel like if we as employees understand that from the beginning, then the way that you relate to HR and the way that you manage your relationship with them throughout your employment, as well as especially the things that you do before you go to them when you have a problem with illegal behavior in the workplace, will position you to win, frankly, for lack of a better word. And right now, a lot of us go half-cocked, no plan, no strategy, because we really believe that HR is going to help us. So why do we need a strategy? Why do we need a plan? I have a client recently who said to me, was I naive to even think that I could go to them for help, because she's now being targeted by her human resources department, right? And they're tracking her to try to get rid of her. And I said to her, no, you're not naive. We have all been programmed as employees to believe that human resources cares about us and that it's there to protect us. And it's not accidental that they want us to believe that. But the fact is, that's not what they're there for. That's not what their primary function is. And while there might be individual people in human resources that are there and want to help employees, they find out very quickly that their ability to help is limited by what the organization wants, right? And if the organization and management who controls HR feels that someone is a risk and a problem because they're raising, right, the specter of illegal behavior, they are going to behave in very specific ways to try to remove you. And so I want you to hear what I'm about to say. A decision to report an illegal activity or claim at work is a decision to leave. Because even if you don't intend to leave and you don't want to leave, they're going to want you to leave once they identify that you're raising a problem that could put the organization at risk. So before you take that problem to them, and you should, as I always explain, have a plan, have a strategy. And so in the masterclass, I really tried to break down why HR behaves the way that it does and why understanding how it behaves positions you to be able to get what you want out of it if what you want is for them to pay you to leave. But there are very specific things that you need to do and understand in order to be successful in doing that. So that going to HR is not the end game, it is a part of a strategy for you that you are working on and executing very systematically. And so I feel like those people who did do the masterclass learn those things and understand those things in a way that those of you who didn't and are just regular employees who still think HR is there for you will not know. And so there are replays of the masterclass available. They're on my website. If you're interested, you can grab it and watch it at your leisure. But I want you to understand that a decision to report a discrimination claim at work is more likely than not a decision to leave. And so the question becomes, on whose terms are you going to leave? I hope you'll choose your own. If you feel that you are a victim of discrimination at work and you would like your employer to pay you to leave, book a discovery call with me or grab my masterclass and watch my videos so that you have understanding of how this all works and you can start thinking through the strategy that you would like to implement. I'm always happy to help you do that, so you can reach out to me and I'll help you, because as I always tell you guys, HR is not your enemy, but they're definitely not your friend. I'm Anne Marie, the anti-HR HR lady, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.